Ecosystem Review.
Hello and welcome back to Ecosystem Review, episode number 5. 2 weeks ago we covered the Q2 recap. Today we're going to look through the past 2 weeks of everything happening here in the Alephium ecosystem, and there's quite a lot to get through, so let's run the video. Over the past 2 weeks, I personally have published 2 new Alephium columns, which you can read on alephium.org/news. Now, the first one was about proof of stake, and it looked at participation rates from some of the best L1 blockchains out there, and kind of what those mean about community conviction, and why Powfi, basically I believe why Powfi positions Alephium really well for the future and closes this kind of gap for proof of work chains. And I believe it's a good read. I got some great feedback from the community and some good questions following it up, so feel free to go and have a read. And the second piece that I published was about fragmentation in DeFi, basically making the point that DeFi has built this really beautiful machine. It really is a wonderful thing, and I'm so happy to work in this space. But over time I have noticed this kind of mistake or design error pop up again and again, and essentially the most successful dApps, and I've used within the article I've used Polymarket, PancakeSwap and Pump Fun as examples of essentially dApps that don't strengthen the base layer that they're built on, and why Powfi has been designed to do something different and to strengthen the base layer. Next, we put out a warning about scammers. It's really frustrating. I hate to even have to do this, but scammers, bad guys, cyber criminals, who knows who they are and where they're from, but they're always lurking on Discord and Telegram, and so we put out a bit of a warning. As far as we're aware, they have some perhaps keyword bots scanning for keywords within Discord and Telegram. So when somebody asks a question, asks for support, technical support, wallet support, for example, the bots DM them, and that's where the trouble begins. We do not have an official support person. We have moderators. They will not DM you first. If you're getting messages from Alephium support, ignore it, block it, and tell us. Basically, be really careful out there. Our moderators are doing the best they can to block them and remove these people, but it's a game of cat and mouse. They're always trying to stay one step ahead of the mods. The mods are always trying to stay one step ahead of the bad guys. I also put up a poll on X, and the results were conclusive. I asked you, what are you most looking forward to on Alephium? 76% of you voted for Powfi, and I'm not really surprised. I really want to see it too. I would have voted for Powfi. It has taken longer than many of you would have liked or expected, but I want to be really honest about where we're at. We cannot launch Powfi until the bridge is back up, and the bridge is currently out of our hands with the auditors. We want to get it up as soon as possible, but we want it to go back up stronger, better, safer than ever. But on the Powfi side, we really are in the final stages of development. We've never been closer. A lot of good things are happening on this side, so let's just wait for the bridge to go back up. Trust me when I say nobody wants to launch more than us and more than me, because I have so much to say, so much to share, so much content and activity around it, but I can't do it yet, and the devs can't launch, and we can't rush these things. So we want it to be right, we want it to be perfect for you guys, and we want Powfi to make a huge impression as a challenger in the DEX space and do something really unique and bold. Okay, now this is Ecosystem Review. Let's get rid of these. Alephium Avenue first. The Walking Cat has built this Monopoly style game, multiplayer. You can play with your friends or other people from the Alephium ecosystem, and I think it's really good. So I dropped him a message to ask for any exclusive information, perhaps, see if there's anything that hasn't been shared publicly, and he shared something really awesome with me, so I'm gonna roll the clip now. Isn't that awesome? The game has come along so far since V1, and I'm really impressed. He's been putting a lot of time and effort into this. Next, Change Now had a podcast. Maud joined it, and so did Sonic, and the topic was Ethereum killers and how L1s can compete on things like UX, culture, and distribution. It's a really good X space, and yes, fortunately the recording is still working, so I've got it here, but I will link it somewhere so that you can go and listen. And yeah, wasn't it great to hear Maud chat, with so much knowledge and on authority on this subject. Really nice to hear her voice there, and the community, I believe you guys were really happy to see her as well. So thank you to Change Now for inviting us, and thank you to Sonic for being great participants on the panel as well. Linx released wallet v.1.4.0, and they said it was mostly bug fixes around onboarding and refactoring, error messages, performance work, things like this. The little teaser there was they're doing this before adding new networks, so that's really cool. That looks like Linx has some big stuff to come very soon, and I'm really looking forward to it. And then, just yesterday, after I made my notes for this show, they launched another update. So let me tell you about that. Yes, just last night, Linx shipped version 1.5.0, and that has per account token visibility now. So you can hide a token in one account, keep it showing in another, plus value tokens, plus value sorted tokens, stacked notifications, smoother transitions, and a Cadena dApp signing fix. Last build of the cleanup phase before they add new networks. That's available on iOS and Android, so I'm expecting something big coming from Linx very soon. Now, some of you may have seen, or some of you may not have seen, Alephium had some domain problems with their web address, with their URL, but they sorted it out super quickly. They were so reactive, so responsive, and they dealt with it very professionally. The communications were awesome, so fast and responsive, in fact, that many of you might not have even seen it on your timelines. And a big milestone for Aura. I know a lot of you are really looking forward to Aura, and a lot of you were hoping that it would launch sooner, and unfortunately they won't launch until the bridge is fixed and relaunched. So the knock-on effect of that is visible. It's obviously frustrating, but it is what it is, I'm afraid. But yes, their smart contract audit is complete. Great job. If you want to follow their updates, they're very active on Telegram, so get in their group. It's split into different channels for different stuff, and they're doing a great job and building around the clock. So I'm expecting Aura to be really incredible when it launches, and what a boon for this community to have our own prediction marketplace. DOH DEX is now mobile. They have made a bunch of updates, and the mobile version has kind of charts, swaps, analytics, user profiles, staking in the ecosystem, all sorts of stuff. And the screenshots they shared look really good. You can go and test it yourself. They've been building really, really consistently this year with loads of updates, so give them a follow, test the DEX on your phone, and drop them some feedback. If you spot anything, I'm sure they would absolutely love to hear from the community and get some praise for what they've been building. So yeah, good job, DOH. Community support goes a long way. Last but not least on the ecosystem builds, AlphaScoundrel. Now this is really cool. A lot of you know Diomark. I talk about him in many episodes. He's one of our mods, but he's also a community builder who's built loads of cool games and tools, and he's just launched Scoundrel. Now, I was the one who recommended Scoundrel to him because I thought this is a pretty simple one-player card game. So if you like Solitaire or other one-player card games, I really think you'll like Scoundrel. You can go and play it on your own. So if you've been playing 2048 and you enjoy just a one-player game trying to get a high score, you can do the same with Scoundrel. It's a dungeon crawler card game where you have to select daggers or potions or to attack the bad guys to get through different dungeons and get through the deck of cards. it's really hard. It's really hard. Honestly, I've played it loads of times and I've only ever won a handful of times, and I really like that. So if you like a challenge and you want a difficult game where the odds of winning are less than 10%, Scoundrel is the game for you. It really is a classic and quite addictive, and also quite frustrating when you keep on losing, but then the victories feel so much more meaningful. So yeah, great job for putting it on chain. Diomark, go test it out, go find it on our timeline on X. I just retweeted it a few days ago. Okay, some other updates that I want to talk about. You may have seen that I shared a screenshot of the Alephium white paper from our founder Cheng Wang, and I think, like Bitcoin, most blockchains started with a pretty kind of clear problem to solve, an innovative approach to solving it, and then they articulate a lot of the technical sides. But that is where it all began, and I think that's over 5 years ago. But wow, what a journey. I'm so happy to be here as part of this journey, but it's nice to look back and just think all of this that's been built, this community, all these dApps and tools and partners and platforms, it all started with one man's ideas and white paper. Oh, and last week, I think it was last Wednesday, we marked 1 year since the Danube upgrade. So that happened just before I joined Alephium, but I know it was a really significant moment for the community to see block times halved from 16 seconds to 8 seconds. Just wanted to acknowledge that, a big moment and an anniversary to celebrate it. There were also, of course, 2 dev updates over the past 2 weeks, because they go out once a week. On the 10th, we talked about Powfi and Alphaland and some updates, and the same on the 17th. We're doing our best to transparently share everything that we're building, front end, back end, Powfi, Alphaland, wallets, and anything else that the devs have been working on. I guess a quick note about how I put these dev updates together, just in case you were curious. Every week I go and speak to all of the devs involved. I drop them a message and we have a chat. Now, some of them know that I'm coming, so they have notes prepared in advance, but some of them would just chat to me about what they're doing and what they've been working on, what's complete, what's ongoing, stuff like that. And then I compile everything and put the report together for you guys to read. I think some of you on Telegram looking for cryptic clues within these updates, but I can tell you there are no cryptic clues. They are just documents for clarity and transparency. What you read is what's happening. There's no secret codes or subliminal messages in there. If you want that kind of stuff, cryptic clues and subliminal messages, you need to go and have a look at Alpha Detectives, because that is the game for you if that's something you like doing. As soon as there's something to tell you about Powfi or the bridge, we will share it. And yes, that is it for episode 5, July 22nd, 2026. This is Ecosystem Review. As you can see, quite a lot happened over the last 2 weeks, and there's a lot more coming. Videos come every Wednesday, so I have a 2-week schedule. 1 week is Alephium Aware, the next week is Ecosystem Review, Alephium Aware, Ecosystem Review. It goes like that. However, next week is my birthday and I've booked a few days off, so there won't be a video next week. I'm gonna have some annual leave and take some hopefully well-deserved time off and get some rest and enjoy my birthday. I'll be back in 2 weeks with the next episode of Alephium Aware, and 3 weeks with the next Ecosystem Review, and hopefully, fingers crossed, there will be some good news, some big news and progress, very exciting things to talk about. So just hang on a bit longer, and thank you very much for watching. I'm Pepper, Head of Marketing. You are our awesome community. If you're not yet following and you've seen this video on your timeline or on YouTube, drop us a follow. We are Alephium, a sharded layer 1 blockchain with highly expressive smart contracts, and we're building a CLMM DEX with liquid staking on proof of work. That's a lot of buzzwords, but trust me, it's awesome. See you next time. Bye for now.